John is out there. Lights on, and away we go as Evert Kurtz gets a wheelie off of the start, and he will then run it down to turn one and take the whole shot ahead there. I don't see the two Kawasaki's that were alongside him. Actually, he gets passed on the first turn over there. I just have to see who that actually was. Could it be... Let's see them as they come out into turn two then. I see the two Kawasaki's did not have the best of starts. And they are well on their way now for their first lap of 9 in this Clubman's Classic Superbikes and Breakfast Run motorcycles. Through Interceptor they will then run onto the Tygerberg Straight, and into Sarl Sweep we'll then run. Let's see if we can pick up the numbers over here. I do know that the pole man, Evert Kurtz, is in second at the moment. Down the straight as we go, it is a Kawasaki that currently leads it. It's the number 70 of Kiana Strode. So actually, it looked initially like both Kiana Strode and Willem Lowe didn't have the best of starts, but Strode will lead the way, I think, at the moment, as there they come now out of turn 5, and will come to complete their first lap. They run it out of Pertamina Fastron onto the main straight, underneath that City of Cape Town and Wingfield Motors Bridge. But here it is going to be a rocket to the line. Then on the inside will be Evert Kurtz. Evert Kurtz, Willem Lowe in third, Jason Butlerman, Wayne Gress will hold it there in fifth position. Derek Hendricks, Shandon Thompson, Sharif Reynolds will be second in the classic bike class. And then Ferdy Smith, Matthew Reynard. That's the top 10 over there. John Kosterman is currently third in class on that Suzuki 1100. And then leading the breakfast run class is Ryan Smuts. He crossed the line a second ahead of Philip Rimmer, who was in turn 2/10 ahead of Alexander Flay. Mario Ferreira and William Morris, the Boxster Cup, the BMWs, they're also classic bikes. Mario Ferreira leads that one at the moment in 15th position from William Morris. Now, on the second lap we go. They go through Sarl Sweep turn 4 now. Onto the back straight will then run. It's going to be the Kawasaki again in the lead. The number 70 of Kiana Strode will run it down now as there's a gap. There's Willem Lowe. And then we start having the likes of Jason Butlerman on that BMW, that very familiar looking BMW over there. Very interesting livery. The F800. As they come through turn 5, Pertamina Fastron now. If you're watching on your screens, they'll charge up to the line once more. Now on the outside, comes around, is going to be Evert Kurtz with the fastest lap of a 1:19.884. But on his inside into turn 1, it will be Kiana Strode that will hold the lead right back there now. As we have Willem Lowe, Jason Butlerman, Wayne Gress from Wesley Hendricks, Shandon Thompson crosses the line. Okay, there's Ferdy Schmidt coming through as well now, Matthew Reynard and John Kosterman. Meanwhile, the lead is still going through into that second turn at the moment. Turn 2, a little bit more of a conservative entry to the corner there for Willem Lowe. Willem Lowe not pushing too hard here, looks like it. And he's 4.4 seconds off of Kiana Strode at the moment. Kiana Strode putting in a faster first sector time by 5/10, half a second between himself and Evert Kurtz, the man who started on pole position, who finished 13th in the last race because he didn't finish it. He wants to make amends over here. And yeah, they come now through the turn 4 section. Now on the straight we then run. It looks like in a straight line. That is where that Suzuki 750 has the legs over the ZX6R. It's in the corners that will have a little bit more from Kiana Strode over here as well. As the very different capacities, of course, of these bikes just by a bit. And across the line we'll then run. Evert Kurtz, a 1:19.369 for the leader at the moment. And it looks like that lead has been solidified. Kiana Strode will be on the 600 in the second position. Willem Lowe will be in third position. Jason Butlerman will be in fourth position. Here comes Shandon Thompson through our section now. John Kosterman has come up into second in class at the moment. He's been around for many years, old John Kosterman. And putting in a 1:24.986 on his last lap on that Suzuki 1100. But he's ahead of Ryan Smuts, who still leads the breakfast run class. And there's a whole gaggle of bikes down that section. So he's going to have to lead that little section around ahead of Ferdy Smith. Clubman's class, Matthew Reynard, Philip Rimmer still holding that 13th position, but second in class. Alexander Flay is third in the breakfast run class. Well, there come our leaders now down the back straight once again. It was a 1:19.3 the last time out. That was the best lap that Evert Koorts put down. And now here we go towards the City of Cape Town Bridge. And across the line we run. Evert Koorts puts another great time in, a 1:18.993 compared to the 1:20.963 of Kiana Strode, and a 2.8 second gap between the two of them. Here now comes Willem Lowe, comes across the line, and then Jason Butlerman will make his way on that BMW as far as things are concerned. 3 BMWs in this race, of course. We have Ferreira and Morris. They are rounding off the field in the Boxer Cup. And then what happens is we have Sharif Reynolds is going to be having taken a place away from him now. Ryan Smuts coming up the field quite nicely over there, Ryan Smuts. And that's on the Honda CBR 1000, the Fireblade that he is currently on. And there go the BMW boxes that come through now. 13, William Morris is now they're ahead of Matthew Reynard, him and Mario Ferreira. And a little bit off there, about 10 seconds off of Alexander Flay ahead of them on the Honda CBR. That is being campaigned by him in 13th position at the moment. Meanwhile, where are our leaders? They should be coming now. Oh, they're already down our back straight over here. And then we'll be coming onto the main straight through turn 5. They have run onto the main straight underneath the City of Cape Town Bridge. Koorts, 2.8 seconds the last time out, 2.2 this time now. Just taking a look at the times over here. Kiana Strode on the last lap, 0.6 of a second faster than Evert Koorts. But maybe Evert Koorts just taking it a little easier now. Doesn't want to push too hard. We remember what happened the last time. Willem Lowe comes across the line then into turn 1. He'll then run ahead of Jason Butlerman. 3.1 seconds between the two of them at this time. Derek Hendricks has made his way ahead of Wayne Gress in 5th position there on the Yamaha R6, and Wayne Gress is 0.2 of a second difference. I see it is Ryan Smuts that still runs it across there, and Philip Rimmer, who's 0.8 of a second ahead of John Kosterman in 10th position at this particular moment in time. And these boxers will now go into turn 1. They'll then run, but there come our leaders now down the back straight once again. And following suit on the screen right now is the battle for 3rd and 4th place. Well, not really much of a battle because there's quite a bit of a gap between the two of them. If I see it, it's about 3.1 seconds between Willem Lowe and Jason Butlerman. But anyway, here comes now with 3 laps left to go. When they cross the line, Evert Koorts. Let's take a look at the lap times over here. A 1:21.7 and then a 1:20.5, meaning 1.1 seconds between Koorts and Kiana Strode. So it looks like it's now getting a little bit closer, starting to hot up a little bit now. I don't know if Koorts has maybe decided to take it a little easier, or maybe he is struggling there. Maybe he pushed a little too hard in the early section of the race. And now it's coming back to him because Kiana Strode is really eating into that lead over there. Here we go. Shandon Thompson comes across the line ahead of Wayne Gress. So Wayne Gress losing out some places here. He's still the leader of the classic class at the moment. And, well, we have now these 3 laps left to go. Like I said, including the one we are currently on, Alexander Flay still holds 13th position. Where are those 2 BMWs coming around now? Here we go towards the line. It is going to be Mario Ferreira ahead of William Morris. Matthew Reynard will round it all off there. There we go, Matthew Reynard in the Honda CBR 600. And then the next time we see anybody, it will be our leaders coming through to take on their penultimate lap, which they are doing now. Here comes Evert Koorts. It was 1.1 seconds the last time around. It's now 1 second between himself and Evert Koorts as Kiana Strode. 1:19.926 compared to the 1:19.983 8, 9, only a few hundredths in it between Evert Koorts and Kiana Strode. They have left behind Willem Lowe, who comes through the picture right now. Then it's going to be Jason Butlerman, who's still hanging in there in that 4th position. He'll have to be content with that 4th position, 5.5 seconds off of Willem Lowe at the moment. Yeah, now comes a little battle between Derek Hendricks and Shandon Thompson. Shandon Thompson, and then right behind them, Ryan Smuts and Wayne Gress coming through there as well. Wayne Gress holding on in 8th position at the moment. Philip Rimmer comes through ahead of Sharif Reynolds. He's actually going to be almost banging knees there. Sharif Reynolds will come through on the inside, and Reynolds on the Ducati 996 will take that place right away from Philip Rimmer. So that will be up into 9th position for him. Rimmer into 10th, but still classic bike 2nd position ahead of John Kosterman on the 1100 Suzuki, still hanging in there as well. Anyway, there's going to be a lap and a bit now left to go. We watch out for Evert Koorts to come now and start his final lap of the day in the motorcycles, and there is now a second between them still, 1.087 to be exact, and I think he's responded there to Kiana Strode. I think what happens is he was pacing himself in the middle part of the race. Now he's starting to match Kiana Strode. He was starting to match about 2 laps ago. But anyway, this is the final lap now. And for the Clubman's Classic Superbikes and Breakfast Run motorcycles, their second and last race today. There goes Shandon Thompson across the line. Wayne Gress has come back up again into 6th position ahead of Ryan Smuts, who still leads the Breakfast Run class. Derek Hendricks going into the 8th position on bike number 57, the Yamaha. Philip Rimmer comes across the line, 2nd in class. John Kosterman still holding that 3rd position, 10th overall though. And then Ferdy Smith and Alexander Flay, they run it there as well now. So let's see where our leaders are at this particular moment in time. Watch out for number 69, the Suzuki GSXR 750 of Evert Koorts. The flag will be waiting, and here it is now, winning for the first time today for him by 1.9 seconds over Kiana Strode. Willem Lowe will come through in 3rd position, a good consistent ride, a 2nd and a 3rd. So there we go. Some good stuff there for Willem Lowe. Has not crossed the line yet, as a matter of fact. It was Matthew Reynard that crossed the line on the Honda CBR 600. Willem Lowe gets acknowledgement from the pit wall. Jason Butlerman will come up into 4th position. 5th should be Shandon Thompson. Let's see if it's going to be the Yamaha. And it is going to be that. Wayne Gress will just make it through by a 10th of a second on Ryan Smuts. Derek Hendricks comes through in 8th. Now remember, Ryan Smuts is the Breakfast Run winner. Wayne Gress, like I say, the winner of the classic bike section. Philip Rimmer will come 2nd in the class ahead of Ferdy Smith. And then John Kosterman will be 11th and 3rd in class ahead of Sharif Reynolds Ducati. Sharif Reynolds will come through in 10th position, actually. I see John Kosterman a little bit further back. So John Kosterman will get 4th in class. Sharif Reynolds will get 3rd in class. And then William Morris and Mario Ferreira, the Boxer Cup. Here they come now. And we'll run it to the line. The 2 Beamers, and it's going to be the 44 of Mario Ferreira that will be ahead of William Morris.